morning, everybody, and welcome to Willie Acres Arena, where tonight we have a matchup between the Logan Wildcats and the Mingo Central Miners. Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt here along with Coach David Jones this evening. And J.J., again, this is a game that we thought we were going to get to see a couple weeks ago, but because of the flooding over at Mingo Central, at the game you were at, they didn't get to play the varsity game, so this is the first time these two are getting to meet up this season.
Well, we was actually able to cover the last few seconds of the JV game the previous game, which was pretty much where everything went to, went downhill for the Mingo Central at their gym. But yeah, it was the bounce of a lifetime, honestly. I still can't get over it. Like, whenever I saw it, I was like, man, I would hate to be that kid the next day going into school. But he's a very good kid, and, it's nice to be able to finally have this game back on the schedule and finally, get a chance to broadcast it.
Yeah, because I believe Mingo had a 16-8 lead at that point in the first quarter before all that broke out. So, unfortunately, it wasn't an official game on either side. But Mingo trying to come in here and see if they can knock off the Wildcats, who came off a big win themselves against the Scott Skyhawks last week in overtime, knocking off a top 10 team in AA. And that had been something that we had all talked about before, that Logan was right there on the precipice. They just hadn't got a signature win yet, and that may be the win that maybe starts to ignite this ball club in the second half of this year.
Absolutely. Anytime you can get a win like that on your resume, especially, in the month of February, that's like right now is the perfect time for you to start gelling and getting everything together and getting ready for March. So, it's awesome that they were able to do that.
Absolutely. And now they are about 3.5 minutes away from getting set for the tip here from Willie Acres Arena and Logan Fieldhouse. We'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action right here on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody, here to Middleburg Island at Willie Akers Arena. Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt with you as we are getting set for the pregame festivities and the introduction of the starting lineups on both sides. So let's step aside and listen in right now to the pregame festivities down on the floor.
Number 10, Logan. Number 13, Keziah Chopper. Number 3, Maddox Sarton.
Listen to these fans. I'm loving this.
You got the young boys over there and the high school kids as well.
I believe they have a cheerleading or cheer section dedicated strictly to like the Logan Buddy League. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that is really cool over there. I like that they've done that. And now we get set for the most historic light show in the state of West Virginia as the Logan Wildcats set to come out with their starting five now.
This light show really is incredible.
It is 20 plus years of it. It never gets old.
20 plus years? This isn't new?
No, this is not new, sir.
Oh, wow.
Starting lineups for Logan and Mingo Central here this evening. And if you're wondering where Ivan Miller may be, again, he was part of the group that got thrown out of the game against Scott the other night, as we had several ejections in that contest. Miller happened to be one of them, and so he'll have to serve a 2-game suspension starting with this tonight as we now get ready for the playing of our national anthem by the Logan High School Rock Band. So let's listen in.
Dear Lord, we come to you today to have a very safe and respectful game. I pray that this game is full of memories that we can cherish for a lifetime. I hope our friends from Mingo Central have a safe trip home with your guidance leading them. I believe in your grace and will let everyone give 100% on and off the court tonight. I thank you for every pass, throw, cheer, and basket that we made. You know the outcome of this game, and everything happens for a reason. Win or lose, we will end this game with gratitude and put smiles on our faces.
Yeah. Incredible performance by the Logan Wildcat Band.
We're ready to go now.
That's what me and Chris Kidd always say. You know, we love broadcasting these games, but if I'm being honest, I'm kind of here for the band.
I ain't gonna lie. Anytime I see the Logan Rock Band's going to be there, I get a little extra pep in my step.
Absolutely.
Again, they always knock it out whenever they get the opportunity here, so they'll be with us throughout the evening.
Let's see who's going to be doing the tip. It looks like Aiden Burke and Lucas Lambert possibly. No.
And again, without Miller out there, it looks like they'll go to Bayston instead. And again, we've got a big crowd on hand here tonight for this matchup. Again, it's starting to snow outside. Weather's getting messy again, but we want basketball, JJ, and we've got it.
There you go again, mentioning that snow in my little Nissan.
That's true. Me and you both don't have a whole lot of room to talk.
No, we'll have to follow each other.
That's perfect. We'll get it down low. He'll kick it out for Maynard. Again, Maynard, former Logan Wildcat himself. Before going over to Mingo Central, and now here's Sarton. Sarton will drive in, goes up the left hand. May have been deflected as Bayston knocks it out, and it'll go over to Williamson. Now Bentley Williamson into the front court. Stutter steps, drives in, dishes over to Bayston, and he'll finish the layup. So a quick start for Logan as Bayston in place of Ivan Miller in the starting lineup here tonight. Sarton will retreat back towards midcourt. 1 minute deep here into this first quarter. It's Maynard gets a screen, pulls up from the top of the key, and he'll bury it. And as I mentioned over in Birch the other night, Maynard scored 40 here in the JV game a couple of years ago as Lambert attacks quickly on the other end and lays it in.
Did you say 40 in a JV game?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty impressive. But you got to think that, I mean, even if it's just a JV game, you got to think he could at least get 25 on the varsity level for sure.
Yes, I was going to say, this is a gym that he's familiar with and a gym he's comfortable in. And there's a good response right to what we were talking about, JJ, as Maynard buries the three. So he's quick off the board with 5 points to lead Mingo Central into their first lead of the game as Lambert pulled on a three, came up short, rebounded by Logan, but now taken by Sarton. Sarton played middle school basketball at Chapmanville Middle School. So we've got some Logan County flavor on the Mingo side here tonight. Gives it off to Maynard. Got that ball deflected out of his hands as it'll come up short and taken by Bayston. As Williamson will charge into the middle. Gets up top over Burke, can't hit, gets his own rebound back. That one won't foul either as Burke gets out of there with the rebound. Now looking up ahead as Landon Hall deflects it away. He had the game-winning layup the other night against Scott. So now Sarton will go to inbound underneath his own basket. Mingo leads it 5-4. They get it to Maynard, baseline jumper up, and Maynard all 7 points out of the gate here. And he is looking to attack quickly here against his old team. Logan trails it by 3. Williamson goes inside for Hall, now back to Bayston. He'll charge in and lay it in. So Adam Bayston adding extra offense here for the Wildcats in the starting role tonight. He's got 4 of Logan's 6. Burke dribble over to his left, pulls up, little one-hander, won't bank in, and taken by Hall. Williamson does what he does best, getting out, pushing the pressure, drives in. That one will roll off, deflected out of bounds, and it will stay with Logan. Again, Williamson, once he gets that ball off the rebound, he just takes off trying to create an offensive opportunity one way or another. They'll get it in deep for Murphy. Murphy pulls up from the free throw line, no good, and Burke will grab the rebound. Maynard will look up ahead, pass a little behind, was intended to target Hatfield, but he's able to get it back. Maynard in the corner, skips it back out, top of the key now for Burke. He'll swing it over for Joplin. Joplin cut off by Hall, back out to Maynard. And he's the only scorer thus far for the Miners in this game as he drives in, and he'll draw the contact and go to the free throw line. And Maynard just continues to stay in attack mode here early on in this contest. Now trying to add to his total, and while we have a moment, I'd like to thank our sponsors here tonight, bringing you the action. Blessings and Blooms, Freeman's Funeral Home, Aracoma Story, Chiefs Roadhouse, Cheech's Pizza, Eugene Maynard, Mountaineer Buildings, Williamson Auto Sales, D&D Auto Mart, City Auto Care, and Starters. Our sponsors here this evening. I want to thank our first quarter sponsor, Chiefs Roadhouse, helping us bring you tonight's contest. Maynard splits the free throws. Now we'll get a foul in the front court, as this will go against Sarton. That'll be his first. Williamson dribbles to the middle, gets it over for Hall. Back out top of the key is Hall and Bentley just playing catch at the top of the key. Now they get it inside for Bayston. Nice cut by Lambert on the right block, and he'll lay it in. So Lambert with 4, and Bayston with 4 to lead the way for Logan, and we're all tied at 8 apiece. Burke gets it back out top. Now back to Burke. Gets it in the middle for Joplin. He'll charge in to Bayston. Can't get it the fall. Tipped in the air, and Bayston comes away with it. Now Williamson. Long pass up ahead. Hall back to Murphy. Lays it in. Now that's going to call a timeout now by Mingo. A 30-second timeout with 3:27 left here in this first quarter. So we'll keep things here with Logan now leading it by 2. So it's been a bit of an electric start here on both sides, JJ, as Maynard's come out red hot for Mingo Central, and now Logan getting a couple of fast break opportunities to help them take the lead.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a very fast-paced game so far, but, the story for me so far is, the hot hand Evan.
Yeah, he's been incredible right out of the gate. 7 points. So, I mentioned that 40 points. It sounded far-fetched from that JV game. Doesn't seem so far-fetched now, does it?
No, it looks like he's flirting with a 30 ball at the moment.
So he comes back out now, ready to go. As Mingo tries to settle things down after Logan able to come up and take the lead at 10-8. Now the Miners looking to try and answer. Sarton will bring it up in the middle of the floor. Zone defense by the Wildcats. Hatfield will get it back out. Now swing it back over. Cross court for Joplin. Top of the key now, Sarton. And Mingo having to stay patient here, looking for their open look. They get it back to Sarton. He gets a clean look for 3, no good, as Williamson gets the board. Here he comes attacking as he always does, coast to coast. They can't finish the layup. Now up ahead pass knocked away by Murphy, and goes right into the hands of Bayston. Nice turnover forced by Murphy, and now Logan with the ball and a 2-point lead. It's out front. Joplin gets his hands on that ball and knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Miners. Or excuse me, it'll stay with Logan. Has to be one of the two, doesn't it, JJ?
Oh, yeah. You're going to be right eventually.
That's what I said. I got a 50-50 chance.
Those are pretty good odds.
Inside. That pass goes off the hands of Bayston and off the hands of a Miner defender. So we'll stay here with Logan. 2:29 left in the opening quarter. It's dangerous inbounds, but it finds Lambert. Over for Murphy, tries to gather it, now swings it over. As Williamson gets it on the left wing. Logan now getting their spacing back. As Hall gives it over to Murphy. Now over to Williamson. He'll get a good look for a 3. This one off the back of the iron. Rebound tipped in the corner. Maynard comes out of there with it for Mingo. Closing on 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Sarton brings it back out now to the top of the key. Not in any hurry against this zone. Logan trying to slow Mingo Central down on the offensive side a little bit. Maynard, he's been hot. This time off the mark. Burke gets the rebound, no good. As rebound fought for, Hatfield gets it. Gives it back to Maynard. He'll kick it back out front. Now Murphy intercepts it. Here comes Murphy up the left side. Charges in on Sarton. He gets rejected by Hatfield. What a block. As he comes back the other way. Hatfield Kicks it back out to Sarton. Mingo looking for a transition bucket at first. Now they have to set up. It's Hatfield throws it up, and there's Murphy getting his hands on it again. So Murphy's been everywhere on the defensive side so far in this game. He's had several deflections and a couple of steals already.
I covered a lot of his games last year, and he saw a lot of junior varsity action, and the amount of progress that he's made in the last year has been really remarkable to see.
Yeah, he was highly touted coming out of Logan Middle School. He helped dominate action there in football and basketball for the Timberwolves. And it's really paid dividends here this year as Murphy's had a breakout season. Joplin in the corner at 3 over everything. Hatfield gets it, but now Alex Gooder just checked in, ties him up, and that'll give it over to Logan. So 1:07 left here in the opening quarter. So we had a breakneck start to this game, and now both teams have gone scoreless for the last couple of minutes. These defenses have been adjusting to what they've faced here in the early going, as Mingo showing his own as well. Into the middle, Good kicks it back out. Williamson hesitates, now gives it in, kicks it back out for Good. 3 up and in. That's the first 3 of the game for Logan. They now lead it by 5. Maynard back on the left wing, gets to the middle, splits between a couple of
What a move.
Yeah, he definitely cut in there as Logan wanted to travel but didn't get it. Now Lambert can't get the answer on the other end as Mingo will bring it back into the front court. Hatfield back to Maynard, fakes, gets inside, and he'll finish with the right hand. What a quarter by Maynard as he has all 12 of Mingo's points. 5 seconds left in the period. Lambert over to Good. He'll put it up at the horn. No good, and that'll do it for the opening period with Logan leading Devin Maynard 13-12 as we head to quarter number 2. We'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Logan Regional Medical Center, our comprehensive inpatient rehabilitation program helps get you back to living life. With an 8-bed unit for patients 18 and over, our caring team of doctors, nurses, and rehabilitation specialists work with you, providing a full line of services to help you restore your capabilities and get you back home and back to living. Logan Regional Medical Center, providing inpatient rehabilitation close to home.
Start of quarter number 2 here from Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd and J.J. Pruitt with you as Maynard thought he got pushed there from behind. And Coach David Jones, I'm sorry, Coach, I forgot about you over there for a minute. Yeah, so I get it, and yeah, I'm fired.
Yeah, we're going to give you a pass this time.
Well, I think maybe they had it mixed up as to, well, no, they didn't. I think the clock maybe didn't start. And now the officials getting the clock set. So they take about 15 seconds off the clock. As Logan has the ball, leading at 13-12. Out front, Mason Spence. He'll kick it over for Williamson. He'll look cross court with it. Now back out to Spence. Like we said, both these teams have gone to a zone, and it's definitely slowed both of them down. As Murphy, 3 from the corner, knocks it down. 16-12, Logan leads it as Sarton somehow kept his balance there in the backcourt. Pass underneath. Able to get to Joplin, but he stepped on the baseline with it. That'll give it back over to Logan, leading it by 4 now. Again, we want to thank our second quarter sponsor, the Aracoma Story, coming your way later this year here in Logan. Let's pass on the inside. We get a whistle and a foul. And this is going to go against Mingo. They're going to get Aiden Burke for his first foul. Not a lot of fouls on either side so far, so it's been a pretty cleanly played game at the moment. Williamson gets it out over to Spence into the left corner. Good, lines up a three, and he'll can another one. Alex Good off the bench with 2 3-pointers here in the first half, as Logan leads at 19-12. Now Maynard, again, he has all 12 of Mingo's points, gives it over to Hatfield in the corner. 3 up, rattles home. Hatfield gets the friendly bounce, and there's the first points for someone other than Maynard. Now Sarton with a steal. Sarton brings it up the right side. Hesitates, now goes inside to Burke. Behind the back pass, gets through, but finds Hatfield somehow. He'll kick it back out for Joplin. Now Sarton will reset things here with 6:09 to go in the first half. Maynard will take it on the left wing. Looks to take Williamson to the baseline. Cut off there by Good. Burke will take it back out. He's been held scoreless so far as well in this contest. The Marshall University committee. Now Maynard drives in, slips and falls, and it's taken by Logan as Good gets it into the front court. Over toward Lambert, drives in, and he'll finish with the left hand. Again, we had a little bit of an inadvertent buzzer there at the scorer's table, and now we get another one. So I don't know if the scoreboard is malfunctioning or is because
the gentleman that was in charge of it looks like he lifted his hands up to say, look, you know, as you can see, I haven't touched anything.
Yeah, I was like you. He put his hands up almost immediately, like, that is not me.
Today, I don't know. I didn't have nothing to do with that.
And now I think they just tried to plug things in a little bit. You know, we've been there. Sometimes you just got to plug it in a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Now it looks like Mingo will just inbounds from the near side. As all three officials trying to give each other the thumbs up, make sure we're good to go. 5:26 remaining here in the second quarter. 21-15, Logan leads Mingo. In the middle, Burke turns but doesn't have any options, kicks it back out for Hatfield. Now Logan has switched up to a man-to-man, it looks like. Maynard will bring it back out towards midcourt. Trying to get ahead of steam here on Spence. Drives in left side. Spence takes the spill, and a charge going to be called. So everyone was kind of looking at each other almost on that after that play, and they finally whistled the charge call. And now we'll give it back to Logan as they've slowly built this lead now to 6. Seeing if they can take it to a 3-possession lead for the first time. Spence, nice spin move, had it knocked away from behind though by Joplin. Up ahead, Joplin against Murphy, and Murphy beats it off the backboard. Mingo maintains possession, but what a defensive play by Murphy. We've said that quite a few times in the first half. Yeah, I should say Logan has had a 3-possession lead in this game. They're up 19-12, so that was the largest lead of the game for the Wildcats. Joplin drives in, and another charge going to be called as Spence takes the hit again. This is a Logan team that will stand in and take a lot of charges, and tonight it does look like the officials are going to grant those if they're taken by either side.
Definitely not afraid to take the contact.
I remember playing 9th grade ball here. Again, that's what we worked on almost every practice was charges and stuff. So you walk out of practice a little banged and bruised, but you know what? You were ready for it in the game. It's Murphy. Looks inside, pass kicked away. So it'll go over to Williamson, now deflected. Somehow ends up back in Williamson's hands. Now it's stripped by Maynard from behind as a long outlet pass to Hatfield. He'll drive in and he'll lay it in. creeps back to within 4 here with 3:46 to go in the second quarter. Williamson will give it back to Murphy. Drives in, Maynard pokes at it, knocks it away, and now here comes Mingo again. Joplin with good on his right. Now he ends up committing the foul, and Joplin will go to the free throw line.
Is that 3 steals in a row for Mingo?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Like I said, they've really been active with their hands the last couple possessions. They're going to get that on good, so that'll be his first team foul as well. And while we have a moment, just a reminder, tonight's games brought to you in part by Blessings and Blooms, Freeman Funeral Home, the Aracoma Story, our second quarter sponsor, Chiefs Roadhouse, Cheech's Pizza, Eugene Maynard, Mountaineer Buildings, Williamson Auto Sales.
And that basket was good by Aiden Burke. It's going to give him his first basket of the game.
D&D Auto Mart, City Auto Care, and Starters. Who says we can't multitask?
Oh, we can do it.
So Burke brings him now to within 1, and now another steal as Mingo continues their assault on the defensive end. Up ahead, Joplin gives Mingo the lead back. What a comeback here by Mingo. They've gone on a 10-2 run now to take the lead. Murphy will give it over to Hall, now to Lambert. Lambert towards the right elbow, pull-up jumper is knocked down. And Lambert very quietly with 8 points here tonight. Again, he's not rushing things or trying to push things. He's letting the game come to him. Maynard will kick it back out to Joplin. Now over to Burke. Burke thinking about going one-on-one with Lambert. Now gives it off to Maynard. Maynard will take it over to the right side. Now steps into the lane. What a move by Maynard. Boy, he's just been outstanding tonight. 14 points as Williamson has it blocked by Burke. Rebounded by Lambert, but he can't put it in. So now Mingo with the ball in the lead. So we're closing on 2 minutes to go in the first half. Joplin swings it near side for Burke. He'll go over into the far corner for Joplin. Joplin trying to put some moves on Good, but Good using that baseline as an extra defender. Now Maynard has a little space. He'll go for the 3 off the heel of the rim. Hatfield tips the rebound up, knocked loose. Murphy tries to save it, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Logan as that ball had some backspin on it after Murphy tried to save it, so it'll stay with the Miners. Now you get Adam Baisden checking back in for the Wildcats as Good will go to the bench. And Davion Joplin into the game for the first time for Mingo Central as he'll take Keziah Joplin's spot. Burke will take the inbounds pass. Fakes on the shot out front for Hatfield. Sarton now turns the corner on Murphy, but Murphy was there to bother the shot. And now going to get a foul on Hatfield underneath the basket. It's going to be number 2 on Hatfield, I believe. No, excuse me, that's just his first as well. Like we said, nobody really in foul trouble here. Everyone with just 1 foul so far in the first half, so that's good news going towards the second half. That's the 4th team foul on Mingo, so Logan will be in the penalty the rest of the quarter, and here they'll get a chance to try and capitalize on it. He's going to get the foul here on a push on the Miners. They get that on Davion Joplin. Now Williamson, who's been very aggressive off the dribble tonight, yet to get in the scorebook, his first free throw off the mark. And this is actually the first trip to the free throw line for Logan in the first half. Williamson sinks the second free throw. All even now. 24, Baisden picks it off and he'll score. Baisden, what anticipation right there. Jumped the passing lane, and just like that, 3 quick points back to the Wildcats. Now the Miners with under a minute to go, trying to tie or retake the lead on this trip. Maynard, 14 here in the first half for him. He'll bring it back out, gives it off to Hatfield. Now to Joplin. Joplin looking to go one-on-one with Baisden, but Baisden stays in front and he won't convert it. Now a foul in the backcourt on Mingo. And that'll be the second foul now on Hatfield. And again, that one hurts even more, JJ, because it happens on the other end of the floor, and now you allow Logan to go all the way to the other end and shoot free throws now with them in the penalty. That's one thing that'll drive you crazy as a coach.
Yeah, you've done such a good job this entire first half, doing a good job of avoiding a lot of fouls. And now with 37 seconds left, here we go.
Baisden can't hit on the first. As Elijah May will check into the game for Hatfield. Final 37.1 in this half. Baisden too strong on the second, but the rebound comes out long as Hall able to grab it. Now Logan, let's see if they try to hold for one now with a 2-point lead and 25 seconds left in the half. Murphy will dribble over near side, lobs it far side from Williamson. Down to 15 seconds now. Murphy will catch it off the screen, now gives it over far side for Hall with 10 seconds. Williamson will bring it back out. Now he looks to go, takes it in right side, gets to the 10, and he'll lay it in. With 2 seconds left in the half, Sarton will heave it three-quarter court, no good. As the first half comes to an end, and man, he had the distance on that, just a little off.
What about the catch from the official?
Yeah, I know. We've seen some follies and fumbles on some officials this year, but not that time.
No, he was a former athlete back in the day. He had to have been.
So that ends the first half with Logan leading it now 28-24 over the Miners. JJ, Coach, and I will step aside for a break, and we'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody, here on the Logan Regional Medical Center and White Eye Care halftime show. Chris Kidd with you, J.J. Pruitt, and Coach David Jones with you here this evening as Logan leading Mingo Central 28-24. It's been a great back-and-forth game so far, J.J. Both teams have held the leads at different times. Both teams have overcome decent deficits so far, but defense has really been the main story on both sides. They've done a great job changing up defenses, keeping both sides off balance here in the first half, and we've seen some tremendous blocks in this game.
It seemed like the defense really picked up the last 2 or 3 minutes of the second quarter. I mean, Mingo Central had, 4 or 5 straight steals, it seemed like.
Yeah, they're in the second quarter, and they went on that run to grab the lead momentarily. Yeah, they did. They turned Logan over about 3 or 4 straight times. So again, that defense for Mingo has been exceptional so far. Devin Maynard in a little bit of a homecoming for him. Again, he leads all scorers here at halftime with 14 points for Mingo Central. And you've got Bo Hatfield with 5 points, Keziah Joplin with 3, and Aiden Burke with 2 to round out the scoring for Mingo. On Logan's side, Lucas Lambert and Adam Baisden tied for team lead with 8 points each. Then you have Alex Good with 6 points, Zoe Murphy with 5, and Bentley Williamson with 1 to round out the scoring in the first half. So heading into the second half, again, defense is going to continue to be key here, JJ. But if you're Logan or if you're Mingo, what do you think is one of the big things you want to try and do better coming out here in the second half to see who can come out of here on top?
I mean, if you're Logan, the main thing that I would focus on is the high hand, which is Devin Maynard. And then on the Mingo Central side, I would just say continue to be consistent, continue to do what you did for the last 3 to 4 minutes of the second quarter. And with an exception of the final 30 seconds, because towards the last 30 seconds, they picked up a couple of unnecessary fouls. But just continue to be consistent, and, with Logan, try to slow down Devin Maynard a little bit, if you can.
Yeah, that's going to be probably the 2 big keys going in, as you mentioned, as we get ready to start the second half. But again, we're going to step aside for a break as you've been watching the Logan Regional Medical Center and White Eye Care halftime show here with us. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter right after this as you're watching high school basketball action on the D&D Sports Network. to start quarter number 3 here from Willie Acres Arena, 28-24. Logan leads Mingo Central. Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt, Coach David Jones here with you this evening on the D&D Sports Network. So we know it's snowing again outside. We're glad you're spending part of your Tuesday night here with us.
Thank you for reminding us, Chris Kidd. You know, you and I have a little bit of a drive home in our miniature cars that we.
Well, if I can't make it from here to where I live, then I've got problems.
Oh yeah, don't you live like 2.5 minutes from here? Did you walk, by the way?
No, I did not walk.
Oh, okay.
I thought about that for a second. I said, nope, I do not want to burn these calories today.
There we go.
That's Murphy. Drives to the left elbow, pull-up jumper is going to be too long. Maynard just kicks the ball out of there with his fist, and going to try and save it in the backcourt was Hall. I don't know if he knew Maynard had tipped that last or not, but that'll give it over to Mingo.
Got to respect the hustle.
Well said. That's one of the things you want to see as a coach. Sometimes it's a no situation like that one, but at the same time, you can't fault Hall, as that's one of the big things he does on the defensive side, just a huge hustle player. Joplin, top of the key for Maynard. So handed off to Sarton. Again, not a lot of substitutions in this game either on either side. Hatfield to get it top of the key for Maynard. Joplin will swing it over. Now Burke, he'll try a 3, and we got a wedgie. I only say that because I know my former colleague Bill Lusk over there is saying that on the radio right now.
He's like, man, the one time I finally get a wide open shot,
I'll wedge
he's like, I haven't shot a 3 all game.
I tell you, we've seen so many of those this season too.
Yeah.
And Sarton will get it in. Again, as they went to the possession arrow on that, it was in Mingo's favor as Maynard creates a little space and hits a step back.
This kid is so smooth.
He really is. Again, 16 points here tonight for him. Leading the way for the Miners. He draws them back to within 2. Murphy had the ball ricochet, now gets it back in the corner. Murphy off the front of the iron with it as Baisden grabbed the board, and he'll be fouled on the floor.
And Zoe's not going to miss too many of those. That corner is usually his sweet spot.
Yeah, again, he's stepped up big time as an outside shooter this year for Logan. He's hit a lot of pivotal shots and key moments. As Maynard picks up his second foul on that play. First foul of the second half, and now here's another steal. Joplin deflected it, gets up ahead, and he'll finish it to tie the game. Again, Mingo Central's just been so active on the defensive end here tonight. Williamson into the middle, floater up, rolls off, rebounded by Hall though. He'll go back up and put it in. Hall gets his first bucket of the game. 30-28, Logan leads it. 2 minutes deep into the third quarter. Maynard will kick it back for Burke this time, thinking, and he'll get rid of it.
Yeah, I believe that previous shot was still in the back of his mind.
Yeah, I don't know, a brick is like not even as bad as a wedgie for some reason. A wedgie just sticks with you.
It's like, man, you got to be kidding me.
It's inside Sarton. Tough play there, and he gets bailed out on the foul. I was going to say, for anyone that doesn't know the term wedgie, they just turned in. They're like, what's going on in this game?
See, I never heard that term, and honestly, until just now, but that makes sense, you know. It's wedged into, you know.
Yeah, I think they've even started calling that in college basketball and everything else recently, so I think we got enough fans out there that know what we're talking about. But if you didn't know, there's not like the other type of wedgies going on. That would be horrific out
there. Yeah, that's the only type that I'm familiar with.
Yeah. How was high school, JJ?
I didn't have the best childhood.
Hey, you know what? We've all been there.
Yes, we have.
And Sarton comes up short on the second free throw. Up ahead. Wow, what a pass by Hall as he almost went out of bounds with it. Yeah, that was a great save right
Great
there.
job having the presence of mind to know that you're about to step out of bounds and then still have enough time while you're in the air to make a good pass.
Yes, that was a very athletic play by Hall, and it earns Logan a couple of free throws now with 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter as Basin connects on the first. Look at our third quarter sponsors tonight. We'd like to thank Blessings and Blooms, Freeman Funeral Home, the Aracoma story, Chiefs Roadhouse, Cheech's Pizza, our third quarter sponsor, Eugene Maynard with Bray and Oakley, Mountaineer Buildings, Williamson Auto Sales, D&D Auto Mart, City Auto Care, Starters, Logan Regional Medical Center, and White Eye Care, and the 1910 restaurant in downtown Logan. Both free throws good by Baisden. Back to a three-point lead as Sarton looked to tie it, couldn't, but Joplin on the offensive glass cuts it back to one. Baisden picked up his 9th and 10th points a moment ago. Lambert looking for his 10th, and he'll get it. Now we're back to exchanging buckets on both ends here as Logan retakes a three-point lead. Now Joplin. Oh, up and God! Unreal!
What a nasty move by Keziah Joplin.
Oh my goodness! Really the shot and move of the year here on D&D so far.
Yeah, that was like a prime Jordan.
That was incredible by Keziah Joplin. And JJ and I are going to try and get it back together here, but that was insane.
I gotta go home and watch the replay on that one.
Oh yeah, that's a clip for sure. He's inside. Baisden has it swatted away by Burke as he flexes after the play, and there goes the tie and the top button of the collar for Coach Mark Hatcher. He's trying to get his team going here in this third quarter. Mingo has cut the deficit down to 1. As Lambert catches off the inbound, almost got that to ricochet in off the side of the backboard, and now Burke will be fouled off the rebound. They're going to get Mason Spence on that foul. So that's 2 team fouls apiece now in the third quarter, 4:07 to play. Sarton will fire it in deep for Hatfield, looks cross court for Burke. Driving in on Baisden, stops short and knocks down the little floater. So Burke gives Mingo Central the lead back now at 35-34. Lambert drives in, a whistle, and going to get an offensive foul, it looks like maybe. And it is going to go against Lambert. That's going to draw a timeout now, I believe, by Logan with 3:50 to go in the third quarter. It'll be a full, so we'll take it as well. We'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action on the D&D Sports Network.
Getting ready for sports means protecting those eyes. Up to 90% of sport-related eye injuries can be prevented with proper eye protection. White Eye Care knows this and is committed to providing the best protective sportswear for your child's eyes. As a proud sponsor of our community sports programs, we want to see our kids protected, from the little ones up to the big leagues. Our huge selection of eyewear makes finding that perfect pair easy. So win big this season. Call White Eye Care in Logan for an appointment today.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Mingo Central leading Logan 35-34 midway through this third quarter. Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt, Coach David Jones with you tonight as Sarton charged in. A lot of contact, and now we get a whistle. And Sarton a little late getting up there, and they're going to get the foul on Baisden after the shot by Sarton. It'll send Burke to the free throw line.
I'm old school Chris Kidd, free throws. They win you the game or they lose you the game.
Yep, that's what we talked about in the JV contest as Burke sinks the first. And I mentioned the old Pete Rose quote, and I think they've got it up in a lot of locker rooms too, walks will haunt. And missed free throws will do the same thing, especially at this juncture. Burke able to can both. He's now got 6 points. 37-34, Mingo leads it. They've outscored Logan by 7 here in the third quarter thus far. Hall Driving in, get a whistle. Is there continuation? Yes, there is. So they do count it for Hall and a chance to tie the game now. And Mingo Central wanting an explanation. Again, they thought that shouldn't have been continuation for Hall. And you hear some of the boos coming up from the Mingo fans. But now Hall looks to capitalize as they get that foul on Sarton, as that'll be his second. It's free throw off the mark, but Murphy gets the board and he'll put it in. So a 4-point play for Logan on that trip, and they reclaim the lead now, 38-37. 3:10 left in this back and forth third quarter as Maynard into the corner for Hatfield. Trying a double team, he's in a lot of trouble, and we got a whistle. Did Mingo call for a timeout? Yes, they did, as Maynard was right there on the spot to call for time. That'll be a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay here with Logan leading Mingo by 1. And again, tomorrow we've got more high school and some middle school action coming your way tomorrow here on the D&D Sports Network.
Chris Kidd, I'm really curious to know, where is Logan currently ranked in the rankings?
They're not in the top 10 as of right now, but I wouldn't be too surprised if they could get a couple of wins strung together here. You'll see them in there before too long.
And did you mention that Scott, what were they ranked?
Right, Scott was ranked 8th, I believe, whenever Logan knocked them off the other night.
So they were able to be the top 10 team?
And again, they've been so close to so many big victories this season and finally able to pull that one off. Now trying to hold off Mingo Central here tonight. And again, tomorrow we've got St. Albans at Chapmanville. JJ and James Barker will be there for that. Tug at Man, possibly. It'll be KJ and Coach May. Martin County and Magoffin County. And Darrell, Kevin Keithley, and Michael Shawn will be there. I'll be over at Lenore Middle School tomorrow night around 6 o'clock for that matchup. So we're all over the place tomorrow here on the D&D Sports Network.
Like Darrell literally says, from the Pee-wees to the pros, it doesn't matter if it's whether it's a high school basketball game, middle school basketball game, junior varsity, buddy league, we cover everything.
Burke knocks down the first free throw, ties the game now at 38. This game looks like it could be heading down to the wire, just like the JV game did. Again, Logan won it on a Carson Hale layup with 2 seconds left.
It's funny because at the end of the game, I said good luck to the varsity team topping this game, and then what are they doing?
Yeah, that's what I remember that now. You said good luck for the varsity trying to top this, and right now they're on track to do so.
Yeah, pleading their case.
Sarton nearly got decapitated over there for a second as he went charging over to try and get that ball. He slipped a little bit, but thankfully was able to grab onto the wooden boards. So that turnover will give it back over to Logan. Mingo leads it 39-38. 2:37 and counting here in the third quarter. Williamson will cross the timeline. Tries to get by Maynard, gets inside, shovels it over for Lambert. Tries to force it up, but had it stripped as Hatfield comes out of there with it. He'll kick it over for Sarton as he drives. Ton of contact in the middle, and a blocking foul going to be called on Hall. And Logan is over the foul limit, so Mingo's going to be shooting free throws the rest of this quarter.
And 2 minutes and 17 seconds is a lot of time.
Yeah,
to accumulate some free throws.
I'm like you. I just looked up at that and saw how much time was still on the clock this quarter. Mingo could really capitalize off this if they play their cards right.
If I'm them, I'm going to, Devin, I'm going to any one of the ball handlers that is very aggressive and that's going to go to the basket just to try to initiate some contact.
There's 3 team fouls against Mingo Central. Sarton will go to the free throw line. 1 of 2 tonight with 1 point, and he knocks down the first. So that'll bring Alex Good into the game as Murphy will go and check out. Murphy has 7 points on the evening. We'll see if he stays seated for the rest of the quarter. And Sarton able to bang home both free throws. To a 3-point lead for Mingo at 41-38. Williamson had it poked away. Joplin's been doing this all night long, and now an offensive foul is going to be called on Williamson, trying to shade Joplin away from the basketball. And then Joplin clapping and trying to get under Williamson's skin maybe a little bit after that play. Joplin has been superb all evening long on the defensive side. Again, I can't count how many steals he's had tonight or how many deflections he's had, but it's been incredible. Now a chance for Mingo to try and take a 2-possession lead here with under 2 minutes to go in the third. It's Hatfield on the left wing, brings it up top. Thought about a 3, instead gives it back to Burke. Burke hesitates, gives it over to Maynard. Maynard will hand it off to Sarton. He'll charge into the middle, puts it up, counted, and the foul for Maddox Sarton.
Mingo Central being very smart, understanding the situation with the team fouls.
And that's 3 now on Landon Hall. Like you said, JJ, Mingo being very smart with Logan already over 5 fouls this quarter. Mingo stayed in attack mode and getting to the free throw line.
If I'm them, I'm going to Sarton and Maynard every single time for the next minute and 39 seconds. They're probably your 2 of your best free throw shooters on the team.
Yeah, I agree. Trying to put some pressure on this Logan defense, and now ball thrown away. Sarton drives in, can't finish. Good job by Hall getting back and bothering him just enough to miss that.
Great defensive recovery.
That really was. That's a great job of never giving up on the play right there by Hall. And it turns into a positive for Logan as a foul on the back end of that against Joplin will be his second. So maybe mark that moment down right there. So it was a chance for Mingo to take an 8-point lead, would have been their largest of the game. And instead, Logan able to get it back now. Looking for a bucket here to try and stymie some of this momentum for Mingo as Williamson can't hit on the putback. Burke tips it out of there, and it'll stay with Logan as Burke just tried to get rid of it from around the rim. And then you see the Mingo bench. They're trying to tell him, hey, squeeze that whenever it comes down. But Burke might have been trying to think about maybe a fast break opportunity if he could tip that out to the right person. Will fall under 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Possession arrow is in Logan's favor. Potentially start the fourth quarter unless we get a tie up as Lambert, what a move and a finish by him, and he'll go to the line. That was all strength right there, upper body strength from Lucas Lambert as he took the hit and just continued forward and muscled that ball up and in.
Call that a grown man move.
It is, and just be a sophomore. That's a powerful move by that young man. Free throw will roll off, taken away by Maynard. Logan now 3 of 8 from the free throw line here tonight. Over left side, Hatfield for 3. That one online, but just short. Taken by Murphy up ahead. He's got Williamson behind the defense. Counted in the foul. As Hatfield tried to get back to make the play in time, but instead compounded the mistake. And now Williamson will go to the free throw line. And for Hatfield, that is a huge call. That's 4 fouls on Bo Hatfield now. And that's where, if you're Hatfield, you've got to understand the situation you're in personally at that moment, and maybe just let that one go. But Williamson with a great charge in, and he'll finish the 3-point play. So it's now a 1-point game in favor of Mingo. Maynard up and under, goes up, and he'll be fouled, and he'll go to the line. And foul trouble wasn't really a part of the first half, JJ, but now it's starting to become a part of the story here in the second half.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to mention, it seemed like one team foul on one side, maybe one team foul on the other side, and that was pretty much it. And now, it's turned into a free throw shooting competition.
Maynard off on the first attempt. Yeah, he has 3 fouls now, and Baisden has 3 fouls as well, so Baisden will check out here in the final 24.8 as Coach Hatcher trying to protect a couple of his guys with 3 fouls, and Maynard will hit the second to tie the game. Or to extend Mingo's lead to 2. As Lambert into the front court. Under 20 seconds left. Lambert spins, puts it up, and he'll tie the game. Lambert now with 14 for the game. 45-45. Final 7 seconds of the quarter. Maynard charges in, and he'll draw the contact again. And Mingo has just stayed in this mode ever since they've gotten Logan into foul trouble, and they've continued to go to the free throw line.
I think that's going to be a good strategy going into the fourth quarter. Just continue to stay aggressive and draw as many fouls as you can. Maybe you can win it at the free throw line.
Maynard too strong on the first one. He's got 17 points for the evening. Make it 18 now as he'll give Mingo a 1-point lead. Final 4.8, good. Over to Murphy, he'll heave it at the horn, almost banks it in. And that'll do it for the third quarter as Mingo takes a 1-point lead into the final 8 minutes. We'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action on the D&D Sports Network.
Smokey Armstrong here from United Motorsports of Belfry. Looking for your next adventure? We've got the motorcycles, side-by-sides, and ATVs needed to take your riding to the next level. Whether you're hitting the track, enjoying the trails, exploring the open road, or seeking comfort and style, we've got you covered with trusted brands like Honda, Polaris, and Kawasaki. At United Motorsports, we're not just about selling power sports, we're passionate about helping you find the perfect ride. Our team will work with you to customize your vehicle, offer expert advice, and provide top-notch service. No matter where your adventure takes you, ready to get started? Call us at 606-237-7311 or visit www.unitedmotorsportsbelfry.com or stop by today. Your next ride is waiting.
Of quarter number 4 here in Logan, West Virginia. Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt, Coach David Jones with you here tonight. And what has been a nail-biter all the way through.
Yeah, and by all the way through, we mean literally from JV all the way up into the varsity actions.
It has. This has been a fun evening of basketball.
Yes.
Now we've got 8 minutes left to try and decide this one as nearly a steal as Baisden throws it inside and throws it away as Burke comes up with it. Mingo holding a 1-point lead. Maynard, tough pass up ahead, and it gets out of the reach of May and out of bounds. So again, that's one area both teams have been a little careless with the basketball here in the second half on several occasions, and it's cost them. Now Logan with a chance again to try and retake the lead. And Mingo led by 6 in the third quarter and had a layup to try and go up by 8 but couldn't convert. And Logan has come back since then. Logan's largest lead was 7 in the first half. Murphy 3, that one off the front of the iron. Burke able to control the rebound. Sarton will charge into the middle, bounces it over into the corner. Mays jumper off the back of the iron, rebounded by Williamson. Bentley pushing, trying to find a crease into the paint. He somehow gets in there and he'll be fouled. He's just so persistent, JJ. I mean, Bentley Williamson, if there's not a crease, he tries to find one. And he almost treats handling the basketball like being a grade A running back, almost just finding the little daylight and using it to try and get the advantage on the defense.
Seems like he turns into more of a grade A running back as soon as the fourth quarter begins.
Yeah,
it's like he flips that switch and says, okay, it's time to go.
Williamson hits on the first free throw. He's 3 of 4 now here tonight from the line. That's 5 points overall for Williamson. Now trying to give Logan the lead back here with exactly 1 minute gone in the fourth quarter. That one will rattle out, but it flips over to Murphy. He leaves it short. Basin with another chance, and he'll be fouled from behind. That's going to be on May again, and that's 2 fouls in a row on Elijah May. More importantly, probably, that's 2 fouls now here in the fourth quarter already against Mingo. As both these teams could be in a race to see who gets in the penalty first. Basin short on the first. Trying to give Logan the lead with one make. This one off the back iron, but Logan there to get the rebound again. A third opportunity. Lambert dumps it inside to Basin, goes up strong, and Logan has the lead. Again, Logan getting on the offensive glass off these misses and finally able to capitalize. 48-46, Wildcats lead it. Sarton will bring it out towards midcourt. Maynard now catches. He'll heave a deep three, and nothing but net for Devin Maynard. And again, he has had a phenomenal evening here tonight. 21 points for Williamson. Now ball knocked loose. Lambert floater up off the front of the iron and rebounded by May. 49-48, Mingo leads it. Sarton into the front court. They get it back out now to Maynard. Mingo will spread the floor a little bit now, looking for an opportunity. See if they can find a driving lane or an open look here as Logan starting to extend this zone out a little bit. As Burke holding the ball under his arm. Again, they've got the lead, and Mingo content to try and run clock right now if Logan stays in a zone. You see Murphy creeping out, as is Spence right now. Now Maynard tries to penetrate, drives in, kicks it out. Burke will go for a triple and buries it. Well, his first one wedged into the side of the backboard, and this one he buries as Murphy is blocked on the other end. Now we get a whistle and a foul on the floor. And this is going to go against Elijah May again. So May's checked in and late in the third quarter, JJ, and he's picked up 3 fouls in about 3 minutes of action.
It's going to be interesting to see when you get down to maybe the final 2 minutes, 2-minute 30-second mark, how many people have 4 fouls, how many people are fouled out.
Yeah, because right now, May's really buying some extra minutes for Hatfield. He picked up his 4th foul in the third quarter. Mingo leads it by 4 right now as Williamson trying to clear some space. Murphy trying to post up, as is Lambert. Again, really congested on that side of the floor, but they get it to Lambert, and he puts it in anyway. They almost set up like a double team there on the post for Logan and just feed it to one or the other, and Lambert was there to finish, but Sarton on the other end with a pull-up jumper. 54-50, Mingo leads it, 4:35 to go. Williamson dumps it down low. Lambert turn around in the paint, left it short as Burke grabs the rebound, trying to fight loose with the basketball, but now we're going to get maybe an offensive foul here, and I think that's why they're going to whistle on Burke. And again, you're throwing those elbows, JJ, you're going to get called for it like that.
I think you had a flashback to the gridiron for a minute.
Yeah.
It's like we're not at Marshall just yet. Got a few more months to go.
That's 3 fouls now on Burke here this evening as they lob it into the middle. Lambert catches, and he'll put it in quickly, and that'll draw a timeout here for Logan. A 30-second timeout with 4:21 to play. And we've got one fan that hasn't been happy with the refs all night right above us.
A lot of passionate fans in the stands. I mean, we just so happen to be on the opposing side.
Yeah, he's not been telling them that they're number 1 tonight.
Well, allow me to take a moment to give a shout out to this band. The most incredible band in Logan County.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't done.
Seriously, they could go on tour.
Like literally, I show up just for the band. Like anytime Daryl calls and says, "Look, you got a ball game in Logan," I'm like, "Thank you." First thing I ask is the band going to be there? The band's not there. I'm like, "Man, are you sure you want me to go?" You know.
So I said, man, they're like a grown-up School of Rock almost.
Yeah, literally. And they play a huge variety of music too, like genres.
Out of the timeout, 54-52, Mingo Central leading it by 2. It's inbound to Joplin, now bad to Maynard. Maynard charges into the middle, takes it all the way in, couldn't quite control it around the basket. Baisden somehow saves it, now here comes Logan. Lambert, pull-up jumper, rolls off the front of the rim, kicks it out. Murphy goes for the lead, off the heel of the rim, long rebound out. Lambert takes it. He'll drive back in right side, can't finish, and Hatfield comes up with a rebound. 3 opportunities for Logan, they couldn't get any to fall. Maynard into the middle, kicks it out for Burke with 3:45 to play. And Coach Hatcher telling Murphy and Lambert and company to start coming out to contest now. Mingo's been willing to hold the ball. Now Joplin will pull on the 3. That one too strong. Take it away as Logan comes back. Williamson into the middle, forces his way to the basket, and he'll put it in. We're all tied at 54 now. 3:15 to play in regulation. Sarton out near midcourt with it. Gives it off to Burke. Joplin will swing it over now for Maynard as Logan can back off a little bit on that pressure, but they want to come out and still contest here, see if they can force Mingo into a quick shot or a bad shot. As Murphy wisely pulls his hand back as he tried to reach in, see if he can get the steal momentarily. Now Burke charges in right side, he gets it, but will it count? Yes, it will. And a 3-point play opportunity now for Aiden Burke. Again, that was all strength and athleticism by Burke as Landon Hall going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be 4 on him. As Burke, after having only 2 points in the first half, has 11 so far here in the second half, so 13 for the game for him. And make it 14 as he sinks the free throw. Burke, 5 of 5 at the line tonight. 57-54 as Williamson comes in, blocked from behind by Maynard. But it'll stay here with Logan with 2:33 left. Williamson looking to inbound over into the corner. Lambert pulls on the 3. In and out, no good as rebound comes down, and a foul going to be called against Logan. And if that's Hall, that's going to be his 5th, and it is. So Landon Hall will foul out with 4 points here tonight. And he's the first one to fall victim to foul trouble. Mingo has the ball now. 14 fouls against Mingo here in the fourth, so Logan's going to be shooting the penalty the rest of the way.
And we mentioned that at 2-minute and 30-second mark, we were curious to know what was going to happen. And right at 2:27, somebody fouls out.
Yep. And you look on Mingo's side of it, they've only committed 2 team fouls so far here in the fourth. Burke, boy, he wanted to pull on that 3.
Oh, man.
Gives it off to Sarton, drives to the free throw line, jumper up, rolls out, taken away by Baisden. Up ahead, Williamson, and he's bumped by Joplin, and that'll send Williamson to the free throw line. That is the 15th foul as one official lined up on the far side. That should be free throws, and it will be now.
So if you're the Logan Wildcats, you'll find your best free throw shooter or the one that's shooting the best at the moment. Be aggressive, go to the basket, try to initiate some contact, and try to win it at the free throw line if you can.
Williamson, first free throw rattles out. And just a reminder, we want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Blessings and Blooms, Freeman Funeral Home, Aracoma Story, Chiefs Roadhouse, Cheech's Pizza, Eugene Maynard, Bray and Oakley, Mountaineer Buildings, Williamson Auto Sales, D&D Auto Mart, City Auto Care, our fourth quarter sponsor, starters here tonight. As Joplin drives in, and he'll lay it up and in. Joplin charged in and able to make the bucket to put it back to a two-possession game as Lambert gets it back off the block and puts it in, and a quick timeout by Coach Hatch with 1:45 to play. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well and be back after this. You're watching high school basketball action on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
Mingo Central with the ball and a 2-point lead, but now steal off the inbound, and Murphy puts it up and in. We're all tied at 59. 9 points for Murphy, and now we get a foul in the backcourt. As Mason Spence picks up the foul, that'll be his second. But Logan had a foul to give. They still have one more foul to give.
So in this situation, Chris, what would you do as a coach, or what would your strategy be if you're Mingo Central?
I would try and score more points at this moment. If I could, no, I'm just playing. We get a timeout here as Hatfield was in trouble with a minute and a half to play. But yeah, if I'm Mingo Central, I'm probably continuing to stay in attack mode right now. Again, it's hard to gauge, because they pulled the ball out and they started running time, and you don't want to blame that either necessarily, but it seems like that's where they've had a lot of their success tonight, where they've been aggressive getting to the basket, as has Logan. So I think it's going to maybe come down to, like you said, free throws here at the end and who can protect the ball the best, because it may come down to what we just saw there on that last possession with the turnover. And Logan able to get a quick bucket out of it. We've seen that on both sides here tonight. Both teams creating a ton of turnovers. So it probably is going to be the big part of the last 90 seconds of regulation is who protects the ball the best.
See, I'm the complete opposite in this situation, just based on the way the game is going right now. If I'm Mingo Central, I'm probably going to play that old school, I don't want to say stall ball, but I'm probably going to try to run as much time off the clock and then, go for a shot, just for the simple reason, they're in the penalty. So as soon as Logan gets the ball, they're going to be very aggressive and go to the basket, probably try to initiate contact. And, if I'm Mingo Central, I'm just going to try to kill as much time and then take a good shot.
Here we go, minute and a half to play here in the fourth. We're all square at 59 apiece. Sarton will inbound from the near side. He'll get it into Joplin. Sarton has had a good second half here for the Miners on the offensive side. He'll give it off now, driving in. Joplin can't finish at the rim. And now ball knocked loose. Maynard able to come up with it for Mingo. Here comes Maynard, lobs it back into Joplin. He'll put it up and in. So Maynard sticking with it and able to get it back to give Mingo the lead back as we head into the final minute. Lambert drives and lays it in. Lambert with 14 second half points. He's got 22 for the game. 61 apiece is Joplin in trouble, and he'll call for time with 46.3 seconds to go, and it'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside quickly and be back for the conclusion of the fourth. After this, you're watching high school basketball action on the D&D Sports Network.
Getting ready for sports means protecting those eyes. Up to 90% of sport-related eye injuries can be prevented with proper eye protection. White Eye Care knows this and is committed to providing the best protective sportswear for your child's eyes. As a proud sponsor of our community sports programs, we want to see our kids protected, from the little ones up to the big leagues. Our huge selection of eyewear makes finding that perfect pair easy. So win big this season. Call White Eye Care in Logan for an appointment today.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Here in regulation, Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt with you. We're all tied up at 61 as they get it into Burke. Drives in, and a travel called on Burke. So that will give it back to Logan now with 44.5 seconds to go. Again, Coach Jones here with us as well this evening. It's been a fun night of basketball. How's it going to be capped off here after Logan won the JV game at the buzzer with a layup? Now it looks like we're heading down towards that again as Murphy, three off the front of the rim, rebound fought for, and a tie-up called. Possession arrow is in Mingo's favor. And again, Logan has committed 3 team fouls, so they've still got a foul to spare here as Mingo takes what has probably got to be their final timeout now.
This is going to be interesting because if you're in a Mingo Central situation, Aiden Burkus came alive in the second half. You know, Sarton, he's done a really good job. Maynard, Kazaya, I mean, you've got a lot of options to go to. So, I mean, pretty much you can pick your poison at this point.
And again, we mentioned it, you know, what should each team do? What do they do out of that? They attack the rim.
Absolutely.
And again, both are able to get buckets out of it. Again, both sides are in foul trouble right now. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see if that's what Mingo elects to do again here.
If I had to put my money on it, honestly, if I'm them, I'm probably going to go to Sarton and let him go to the basket and try to initiate some contact. He's done a really, really good job of drawing those fouls tonight. And if I'm them, I'm probably going to go to him and see what happens.
Yeah, he is a creator, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the ball in his hands in this situation. And for Logan, if I'm Logan, I'm maybe going to stay aggressive on the defensive end right here. Again, that's only 3 team fouls. You got 1 to give. So I think Logan can play pretty aggressively trying to go for a steal right here.
Absolutely, and if Logan is able to get another possession, I'm probably going to go to Lambert.
Oh, definitely, again, with the way he's played here in this second half. 14 of his 22 points. Sarton will inbound. Gets it in for Burke. Now Joplin gets his head of steam into the corner. 20 seconds left. Gets it out to Sarton. Sarton picks up his dribble, looking for Maynard. Gets it to him. Maynard will drive into the middle, and there's the foul by Logan. And again, good timing on it as Baisden picks it up with 12.5 seconds. That'll be the 4th on Baisden, but now Mingo with 12.5 seconds. Both teams are in the penalty now. He'll kick it into the corner. Hatfield thought about it for a second. Now with 10 seconds, gives it off to Maynard. Could be Maynard's game to win here. He steps back with 3. He'll heave a deep 3 off the front of the rim, and we're going to go to overtime here in Logan for back-to-back games for the Wildcats. We'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Getting ready for the start of overtime here in Logan, West Virginia at the Willie Akers Arena. Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt, Coach David Jones here with you as we are getting set for the second straight game for Logan here at home, going to overtime. Again, they beat Scott the other night here in overtime, 70-68. On a last-second layup by Landon Hall. He won't have a say in this one, though, as Hall has already fouled out in the fourth quarter. Hatfield has 4 for Mingo. Baisden has 4 for Logan. Maynard on the right wing, pulls it back out. Again, both teams have had success going to the basket, and both teams will be in the penalty for this entire overtime. Maynard makes the grab on the left side, drives in, whistle, and a charge going to be called. They'll call that on Maynard, and that'll be his third.
So Mingo Central took 34 seconds off of the clock just now.
And again, scoring probably going to be at a premium here in overtime. But whoever can grab the lead here is going to have a huge mental advantage going forward as Williamson barreled in, had it poked away, but it'll stay with Logan. Again, I like still staying aggressive right here, trying to get to the rim if I'm either side. These officials have been ready and willing to call the fouls here tonight. As Williamson lobs into the middle. What a catch by Lambert. Goes up, can't hit Williamson, though, is going to go over the back. And that'll give it back over to Mingo.
Did that catch really surprise you? I mean,
true.
Yeah.
I was going to say, going back to football season and just his play altogether, it shouldn't be surprising.
D1 bound, probably.
Yeah. Well, right now, we mentioned both teams in the penalties, so now Maynard will go to the free throw line on the other end. And he's got 21 points here tonight. He split the free throws all 3 times he's been at the line, so he's 3 of 6 overall.
Now's a good time to hit him.
The first one he gets to rattle home. So Maynard ties Lambert for overall scoring leader with 22 points now, and he surpasses him on that free throw. Maynard had 12 points in the first quarter, had all 12 of their points in the first quarter. And now gives them the lead here in the first minute of overtime. 63-61 Mingo as Williamson to his left. Kicks it over for Good. Good steps to the right elbow. Jumper online, but too strong. Baisden gets the board, goes back up. His shot off the back of the iron. Burke has the rebound, now has it knocked loose as Williamson charges in, and he'll tie the game. 63 apiece now, 2:35 to go in overtime. Maynard stutter steps, gets inside, rolls off the rim, but he'll be fouled, and if that's Baisden, that's going to be his 5th. And that is 5, so that's the second Wildcat to foul out here tonight. Again, you're out without Hall and you're without Baisden, and already without Ivan Miller after getting ejected from the game the other night against Scott, as he's serving his 2-game suspension. As Maynard hits on the first. So there's not a lot of bigs left in the cupboard for Logan. Maynard short on the second. 1-point Mingo lead. Lambert goes all the way in, and he'll cash it in. Logan back in the lead now, 65-64. 2:15 to go here in OT. Maynard crosses over to his right. Now he and Spence both hit the ground, and a block going to be called on Spence. And I thought that might be a no call either way right there and just continue on. It looked like Spence tried to sell it first, and then Maynard sold it after that, and they end up giving the call to Maynard. Coach Hatcher trying to get the attention of Williamson, and good. He wants Williamson down on that low block. It's Maynard back at the free throw line again here in overtime, and he calmly sinks the first. This one will be short. Rebound tipped around, loose. Maynard has it initially. Now it comes free again. Logan saves it. Burke goes diving for it. Murphy had it. Now Hatfield has it. And Mingo will get the timeout. And Hatfield and Murphy had things to say after the play. And now Coach Hatcher just getting the news that they gave the timeout to Mingo.
What a sequence.
That was just about as free-for-all as it gets right there. And it'll be a full timeout. So we'll step aside and be back after this. You're watching high school basketball on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
To go in overtime as Mingo has the ball after that large scrum a moment ago. All tied up at 65. Joplin throws it over the head of Sarton and taken away by Lambert. Now Logan and a foul in the backcourt, and again both teams in the penalty. So Logan will go to the other end to shoot free throws now. It will be Bentley Williamson. He's 3 of 6 here tonight at the free throw line. Again, both sides in the penalty here in the overtime. Both defenses have been outstanding all evening long, but it's starting to catch up in foul trouble territory as Williamson gives Logan the lead now at 66-65. Logan by 2. Maynard will bring it up for the Miners here with 1:40 to go. Guarded by Spence again. Logan's had 2 starters foul out already here in the fourth quarter. And overtime, and Lambert comes away with a steal. Driving up ahead, runs into Maynard, and a foul going to be called on Maynard, and that'll be the 4th on him. So now Lambert, who has not been to the free throw line, but only for 1 free throw tonight on an N1 chance, was 0 for 1 overall. Trying to push this to a 2-possession lead as he hits the first. Again, 2-possession lead right now is massive with 1:28 remaining. Second one will roll home as well. 69-65, Logan leads it. It's Maynard on the left wing, brings it back out. Looking to get ahead of steam on Spence, drives back into the middle, turnaround jumper, and Maynard cashes in another one. What a game by Maynard here tonight. 69-67 Logan as they'll kick it out for Spence. Closing in on 1 minute to go here in overtime. Now Sarton comes out to contest. Spence gets away, gives it back over to Murphy. Murphy will bring it back out. And Logan in no hurry here as now Williamson finds a little crease. Tries to kick it over to Lambert and had it poked away from behind by Mingo. Now Williamson will inbound underneath. Inside, tried to go to Lambert, and it was deflected away by Burke. Up ahead to May. May is fouled by Spence right near midcourt. They whistle Spence on the foul. Spence can't believe it, but it'll send May to the free throw line to try and tie the game. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Mason Spence. More or less everybody in foul trouble right now except you and me, JJ.
We may be, and not even be aware of it.
Who knows at this point? But now Logan's going to call a timeout here with 43.6 seconds to go and try and discuss some strategy because Elijah May going to the line, and May has not scored and has not been to the free throw line yet here tonight. So a big position for him to step into right now. Again, talked about over and over again, attacking the rim, protecting the ball. Those are going to be the big things going forward, and that's proven true again here in overtime. Is Mingo able to get that turnover? Now a chance to try and even things up once again. And I tell you what, we continue on into a double overtime, JJ. They may have to pull the JV back out here to finish it.
I agree with you. And honestly, there's a lot of good players on those JV rosters.
Oh, yeah. Again, that was a heck of a JV game. 55-53, Logan won it on a last-second layup. And now here we are in overtime. And Logan leading it by 2. With Mingo going to the free throw line to try and tie it. As Elijah May steps up. Calmly knocks down the first. Pressure spot for May and converts the first. Now another one to try and tie. This one off the rim, rebound knocked loose, Spence saves it, gets it to Lambert, and a foul with 40.4 seconds. So now they get a hold. And it'll send Lambert to the free throw line, trying to see if he can extend this lead back to 3. Lambert has been so methodical with his scoring here tonight. As the first free throw won't fall. And he had 8 at halftime. He had 6 in the third quarter, 8 in the fourth quarter, and he's got 4 here in overtime. 26 looking to even up with high scoring honors with Maynard, as each of them now have 27 points. 2-point lead for Logan. 35 seconds left in overtime. Then it's the exact same score Logan won by in overtime the other night against Scott. Sarton out to Maynard. Maynard steps back. Maybe thinking about a 3, instead gives it over to Joplin. Under 20 seconds left. Pass intercepted! Lambert heads the other way, and that is coffin nails here tonight. As Logan with 7 seconds left now leads it by 4. Maynard attacks quickly and lays it in. Mingo has no timeouts left, however, and that will do it. Logan survives Mingo here tonight, and they win it 72-70. As Lucas Lambert finishes with 29, as does Devin Maynard here this evening. And what a contest between these two old bitter rivals, JJ. And these are two teams that have got a lot of talent on them and definitely got a chance to turn a corner and make a push for the state tournament this year.
I'm really excited to see what the next 3 weeks looks like for both of these teams. because it looks like both of these teams are peaking at the right time.
I agree. Again, we mentioned that win for Logan the other night might be a turning point for them. Mingo Central maybe not getting the respect that they deserve coming into a game like this really showed their mettle here tonight, and maybe this will be a game that starts to turn Mingo Central's season in the right directions. They've been hovering around 500 all year long, and now you see Mark Hatcher down on the floor meeting with Devin Maynard, having some positive words with him. Again, Maynard used to play here at Logan. Mentioned he had a 40-point game one time in a JV contest, and he really showed up and showed out here tonight for the Miners. But they come up just a little short, 72-70. Well, it's time now for our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. Player of the game, JJ. And, boy, it's hard to – I'll tell you what, I think we should have one from both teams. Again, Maynard had 29, Lambert had 29 here tonight. I mean, it was going to go to one or the other. If the other one, I'm very diplomatic in how I give out the player of the game. Are you going to be hard-headed and say it's just one, or will you be willing to give it to both?
I believe that's fair. I mean, both of them almost had a 30-ball apiece. I mean, the game went into overtime. 2-point victory for Logan, but at the end of the day, I mean, Mingo Central's Devin Maynard, he put on a phenomenal performance, and I believe that he deserves recognition as well.
All right, then I got the okay from the D&D staff. I'm going to go with it. Again, Lucas Lambert and Devin Maynard, both the D&D Tug Valley Wellness Clinic players of the game here tonight. As you look at the final scoring, Maynard led Mingo with 29, Burke with 14, Joplin with 13, Sarton with 8, Hatfield with 5, and May finishes with 1. For Logan, Lambert with 29 here this evening. Bayston finished with 12, Williamson with 11, Murphy with 9, Good finished with 6, and Landon Hall finishing with 4 this evening as the Wildcats come out on top, 72-70 in overtime. Well, JJ, it's been a fun evening, buddy. We get a couple hours to rest. We get to go back and do it again. As you'll be in Chapmanville tomorrow, I'll be over in Lenoir for some middle school action, and we'll get to meet again on Saturday night, buddy.
Yeah, I was going to say the band will be back together on Saturday, so have the best time in Lenoir, and I'll try to hold down the fort in Chapmanville.
Tell them all I said hi.
Absolutely, yes.
And again, for Coach David Jones, JJ Pruitt, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight. Here from Willie Acres Arena as the Wildcats win it 72-70. You've been watching high school basketball action right here